We approach the end of January with a lot of moving parts on taking shape. We are now officially less than 1 month away from the start of the NSIC tournament, and per usual, there is still a ton to sort out. Now, this week's number one is pretty clear cut, but the rest certainly up for interpretation. So without further ado, here's my look at this week's top 5. I'll put the Sioux Falls women at the 5 spot. They'll certainly fall a little bit in the national coaches rankings after a close loss to Winona State on Saturday. That ended the Cougars' 9-game winning streak, but they're still 18-3 overall. They still lead the NSIC South Division, and their 3 losses have been by a combined 16 points. Oddly enough, all 3 defeats have come at home at the Stewart Center. So we'll see if USF bounces back on the road this weekend. Coming in at number 4 is the team that ended USF's winning streak in the Winona State Warriors. Scott Ballard's crew has won 4 in a row and 7 of their last 9. What puts the Warriors ahead of some other teams are the quality of the wins. Obviously the victory at Sioux Falls, but they also notched a W at MSU Moorhead a few weeks ago. The Warriors have also cut down on their turnovers, averaging less than 10 per game during their winning streak. Checking in at number 3 are the Upper Iowa men. The Peacocks have the longest winning streak on the men's side at 6 games and proved this past weekend they could win without scoring 90+ per game. Playing at USF's pace and style, the Upper Iowa men gutted out a 68-60 victory over the Cougars on Friday before a last-second comeback win at Southwest Minnesota State on Saturday. The one constant for Upper Iowa, 3-point shooting. The Peacocks have hit at least 10 threes in 70% of their games this season. At number 2 are the men from Minnesota Duluth. The Bulldogs have won 8 of their last 9, with the only loss in that span coming by just 2 points. More importantly, UMD notched a road sweep this past weekend over the 2 teams immediately behind them in the North Division standings, MSU Moorhead and Northern State. While they will face the Dragons and Wolves again this season, it will be from the comfort of Duluth, which may come in handy down the line should any tiebreakers be necessary. But notching the number 1 spot for the first time this season are the St. Cloud State women, and for good reason. They just keep winning. They now have the NSIC's longest current winning streak at 8 games and have won 11 of their past 12 overall. Not usually known as a 3-point shooting team, the Huskies have picked it up from the outside. They're hitting better than 40% from distance in each of their last 5 contests. They'll have a tough battle on the road at Winona State on Saturday. These Huskies are leading the pack as we head into February.